because what you've done is proved without a shadow of a doubt.
We all grew up loving WWE. There's no one who doesn't know Vince McMahon, the former CEO of WWE. But what led to the shocking downfall of his billion-dollar empire, nearly crumbling under scandals and controversies? From near bankruptcy and steroid scandals to explosive sexual allegations. Let's uncover the dramatic twists that shaped WWE's fate. Today, World Wrestling Entertainment, often identified by its stock symbol WWE, is worth more than $4 billion. However, things weren't always easy going. Steroid controversies almost brought down the firm before it had a chance to start. It nearly went bankrupt. The firm has been under shadow once more as a result of fresh sexual claims made against Vince McMahon, the organization's founder and former CEO. Today, the WWE board announced they are investigating a possible $3 million hush money settlement involving Vince McMahon and an alleged affair with an employee. Buckle up as we dive into the rollercoaster world of professional wrestling and the ups and downs of WWE. WWE began in 1953 as the Capitol Wrestling Corporation, founded by Vince McMahon Sr. The company went through several name changes before becoming the World Wrestling Federation, or WWF, in 1982. When Vince McMahon Jr. bought WWF from his father and partners for $1 million, everyone thought he would keep it as a regional promotion in the Northeast. But Vince had big plans that would forever change the wrestling world. In the early days of professional wrestling in the United States, the market was divided into various regions, each controlled by its own promoter under the National Wrestling Alliance, or NWA. This alliance functioned as a cartel, with an unspoken agreement that promotions wouldn't encroach on each other's territories. However, in 1983, Vince McMahon broke away from the NWA and began expanding into new regions through mergers and acquisitions, a strategy that would define WWE's growth. During the 1980s, McMahon's plan included luring top talent from rival promotions, such as the iconic Hulk Hogan, and enlisting celebrities like Mr. T. His biggest challenge came in 1985, hinging on a single event, WrestleMania. Hosted at Madison Square Garden, the inaugural WrestleMania featured 9 matches with stars like Hulk Hogan, Rowdy Roddy Piper, and Mr. T. The event's success was crucial, as failure could have led to financial disaster and possible bankruptcy for the company. Fortunately, it became a massive hit, drawing over 1 million viewers and making its largest pay-per-view wrestling event in U.S. history at the time. Vince McMahon's early success stemmed from a deeper understanding that wrestling was more than just a sport. It was sports entertainment. He recognized that the build-up to the matches was as crucial as the matches themselves, treating it with the same importance as a TV show producer handles a screenplay for a series like Dynasty or Dallas. To ensure captivating storylines, McMahon employed a dedicated writer who crafted scenarios 6 months in advance, creating elaborate hype leading up to the matches. Unlike traditional wrestling, which focused purely on in-ring performance and audience applause, McMahon's vision for WWE was to deliver a comprehensive sports entertainment experience. Over the years, McMahon continued to feature celebrities to enhance the spectacle, including Cyndi Lauper in the 80s, Mike Tyson in the 90s, and even Donald Trump in the 2000s. This approach highlighted the philosophical shift from being in the wrestling business to being in the sports entertainment business. WWF's journey to the top wasn't without its hurdles. In 1988, Ted Turner, the multi-billionaire behind CNN, TNT, and TBS, acquired what would become World Championship Wrestling, or WCW. The rivalry between WWF and WCW was akin to a battle between David and Goliath. This is not a monopoly deal. You've got the competition out there for the players, for the arenas, and everything else. That's what it's supposed to be. Mr. McMahon wasn't entitled to a monopoly position in this wrestling game. Despite Turner's aggression, Vince McMahon wasn't one to back down. WCW launched Monday Nitro on September 4th, 1995, directly challenging WWF's Monday Night Raw. By the mid-90s, WWF was on shaky ground, losing $6.5 million in 1997, a significant blow for the smaller company. The Attitude Era is arguably the defining period that shaped WWE into the powerhouse it is today. WWF was battling for survival, and in those hard times, unexpected breakthroughs occurred. From 1997 to 2001, the company embraced edgier and more captivating storytelling. This era gave rise to iconic figures like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, who later became an international superstar. For fans, especially young ones, it was a thrilling time. Watching Stone Cold whoop some candy ass and crush beers, and seeing The Rock electrify audiences both in the ring and on the big screen was pure excitement. Everything clicked for WWF, and the Attitude Era remains the most popular era in pro wrestling history. The ratings reflected this success. By April 1998, Monday Night Raw outperformed Nitro in the ratings for the first time in 2 years, and continued to widen the gap over the next 3 years. From a business perspective, higher ratings led to more lucrative TV deals. Between 1997 and 2001, WWF's annual income surged by over $90 million. This dramatic turnaround paved the way for the company's IPO in the fall of 1999, raising $170 million and achieving a valuation of over $1.1 billion. By the time the Attitude Era was coming to a close after McMahon had body-slammed Turner in the ratings war, there was not much for Turner to do but to surrender and sell off the remaining assets of WCW to WWF. WWF bought WCW for $4 million. For your information, this was only 5% of the total earnings of WWF in the year 2001. By this deal, the WWF cemented its place as the premier pro wrestling company in the world. The War of the Tycoons was now done and dusted, and Vince McMahon had come out on top. However, since the Attitude Era, the ratings have dropped because of the shift in the audience's behavior and shift in creative control. This has led to the stock trading in the sideways pattern up to the mid-2010s, as depicted in the figure here. But more recently, it has been able to leverage on high demand for content from TV networks and streaming services. The big reason why is that professional wrestling content is in the form of a perfect substitute, because WWE either bought or drove out its most significant competitors in the last 40 years. It's similar to the MLB, NFL, or UFC, since they are scarce as premier sports leagues. The future for WWE at this point is unknown. The founder Vince McMahon was recently informed to resign from his position as the chairman and CEO on June 17, 2022. Due to the affair with a former employee, he has not commented on the alleged hush money settlement, as it is yet to be seen how this will affect the stock. It is possible to observe the share price declining. He's also the largest shareholder with about 80% of the voting rights, and so it's difficult to imagine him completely relinquishing control. In addition, if you watch through to the finish, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Until the next one, see you then.